Welcome back, everyone. Sorry for my short time this morning. My computer is being a butt again. Let's see. Let's see if we can get this working right. Let's turn it on. I put the Zoom link in the description. And hey, Mandy Me. I'm at a stable connection today, so it should be just fine. How are you doing today, Mandy Me? I do want to go in and also set the Zoom. Might as well get it done while we're waiting since they're already logged in. I have not heard from Little Miss Audit. So I'm not sure if she was going. We've got movement. Oh no, I'm sorry you're sick, Mandy Me. I know my son's sicker than a dog. He ended up coming home from work this morning too. That's why I ended up getting off the live this morning. I hope you're feeling better. Yeah, the rain might be keeping her home. But usually she goes ahead and she texts me to tell me that she's going to be either online or whatever, and she's not even texting me back. So, kind of making sure she's okay. I'm going to put my heating pad on. Okay, Amy. Are you the cranky New Jersey lady? They usually hear all of us on this one, though. Hey, Peter. Oh, yikes. Yeah, that's something. You need to find the replacement, that's for sure. Oh, excuse me. I am still so tired. I have no energy. I hope I'm not coming down with this garbage. Like everybody I know has got a touch of it. That they're going to recognize. Well, yeah, I think what she's meaning is when you log into these meetings, sometimes if they know who you are and you're on too many times, they don't call on you. But this this commission doesn't do that anyways. They just take 10 people. Yeah, I almost slept through my live this morning too, Mandy me.
Trutas.
I forgot to raise my hand. Let me take it off the computer audio. There we go. Oh, hey, AZ Crimson, thank you. Hey, Minnie. I knew we could wake up some more New York people. Thank you, AZ. That's so sweet of you. I think I found the person we're having a problem with over at LAPD Commission, though. That Errol Southers reaction yesterday was way too knee-jerky. I did too. Thank you for the number, Amy. Thank you for tagging me in that. I appreciate it. Mm-hmm. Hey, Miriam. Hola, ¿qué tal? Okay, so the DOJ is a different call. Yeah, I'm only used to their online method for DOJ. She's gonna be a butt. Peter, can you get maybe some inside scoop information on Errol Southers? I mean, I've got what Wikipedia and what you can find on Google. Do you think you can whiz up any inside scoop on him? I have a feeling he's been there long enough. I have a feeling he's had interaction with Scientology, and I think he's a simp. Errol Southers, Southers, the president of LAPD Commission. From what I've read, he used to be a police, and then, I mean, now he works for USC in a public role, but now he's the president of the commission. Doing great, Miriam. How are you doing? You say you're okay. Sounds like you're busy. But he used to be an FBI agent, and he worked with Homeland Security. Thanks, Peter. His knee-jerk reaction yesterday to my comment, just boink, popped up the red flag. And honestly, I don't know why I said it the way I said it yesterday. That's just not me. But his knee-jerk reaction to it has me questioning their relationship. Their meaning Errol Southers and Scientology's relationship. Nice try, Miriam. I don't know that we're going to get Peter to call in, but it would be cool if he did. I tagged the link, the Zoom link, in the description if anybody wants it. Miss Audit has me worried. I have not had any luck on them at all. They have so many of them. Can you email me, Miriam? If you're concerned, I'm concerned. Thank you.
Audio test. Audio test. Good morning to our attendees who are joining us on the virtual platform. I do see a number of hands raised. And I'm going to go through and ask the folks who have their hands raised to identify yourself and ask which item you'd like to speak on. And we'll go ahead and start with Amy's iPhone. Amy?
General public comment.
Thank you, Amy. I'd be down for public comment. I'm going to go ahead and put you back on mute and lower your hand. Mona M.
Good morning, Mr. Knight. Public comment, please.
Thank you, Mona. I'd be down for public comment. And Audit LA, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Knight. I would like public comment and everything.
All items, gotcha. Public
Thank you.
comment on all items, thank you.
Like everything on my
Marjorie?
burger, please.
Good morning.
Hi, it's Miriam, general public comment.
Thank you, Muriel.
He cannot get your name right no matter what. Good morning, Never and Aaron.
Oops, sorry. You got another pop-up asking you to unmute, Muriel. Sorry about that. inadvertent, you can go ahead and ignore that. Nisa, good morning.
Now he's calling you Muriel.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, would you like to offer public commentary this morning or comment on any of our agendized items?
Public comment, please.
Very well. I have you down for public comment, Nisa. I'm going to go ahead and put you back on mute and lower your hand. If there's any other attendees joining us on the virtual platform who have not already done so and wish to offer public comment, please raise your hand to this time.
The Zoom
Time is
link is
approximately
in the
9:46. I will make another call out in about 14 minutes for anyone who has joined who has not already identified themselves and wishes to offer comment. Thank you.
Good morning, Audit LA. Good morning, Never and Aaron. Absolutely. Thank you for the forewarning, but absolutely. I know she's Muriel now. Miriam, we're just gonna have to change your name. We can all be Mona for the day. Oh. Yeah, we were watching you last night on your live when you were at that homicide last night. Oh my gosh, Audit, that was kind of scary, huh? Unfortunately, you probably get a lot of those. There you go. Audit, have they emailed you about the date? Because it is now the 5th of February. We're getting close to the middle of February. They'll probably end up emailing you the night before. I'm going to take that off just for a second. Yeah, the mom in me always, and the big sister in me always kind of gets paranoid whenever I text my little sister Audit and she doesn't answer. Because usually she's so good about answering me. So I'm like, oh, is she okay? So the big sister in me has to apologize for waking your butt up. Yeah, I believe Lara and DOA were at the court case for Josiah this morning. So I'm not too sure if Lara is going to be calling in or will be able to call in. And I haven't heard from Serge. So I don't know if he will or not. You can change your name on the Zoom. I love you too, Minnie. Thank you for being a member for 2 months. I appreciate it. Hey, Lakshmi Cool. Good afternoon. Yeah, Minnie, we need to figure that out. Yeah, Lara and Scott were both with Josiah, I saw earlier. Huh, but that's strange, Amy. I know I've got it. So I'm logged in on the computer and on the Zoom. Yep, Cajun Juju, Justice for Josiah, absolutely. And I sign in with different names, same email, but just different names. And hola, Cajun Juju. Hey, let's go. We have a full house this morning. Yep, I'm hoping Josiah, that they start at 1 p.m. Eastern. So in about another 7 minutes, and you can call in. They're going to call for public comment here to put you on the list. He's going to recall here in a second.
Good morning. No, not yet.
Oh, is that the difference?
Oop, hot mic.
Oops.
The Zoom link is in my description. That's okay, Cajun. Thanks for just being here. Yep, you can call in. Let's go. He'll come online and ask for more people here in just a second. And it is in the description, but here it is again, just in case. That's Mirjam, Muriel, Miriam. It's kind of what I thought too, Peter. You should raise your hand now. Let's go. So that way he knows that you want to do comment. He'll lower your hand and then he'll call on you. If TJ's on his way back to his seat, he'll ask here in a second, are there any more? And he'll call on you. That's okay, Cajun. We would love to have had you in there, but that's all right. They're going to have really boring meetings when they finally do what they need to do by law. Of course, I don't know. They deserve to be picked on some more, so I'll probably come back in and just give them hell every couple of meetings. Nope, they have not many. Hey, Judy. Hey, Judy. I agree. We need to stay on them because if the planners are symbolic, that's for sure. But did any of you see? Did I'm gonna look real quick at the agenda for Friday because it's not on the agenda for today. And we had asked them to put an update on their agenda. Oh, come on, computer. Really? Okay. I think so, Cajun. I'm not too sure. I think Henry had a post that had the violation letter. I can't remember where I saw it. I think it was in his Substack or on his community wall. I would have to look, but I don't know whether or not it includes the thorny bushes or if it's just the planters. I'll have to go back and look and see if it makes a distinction. Oh, very cool. Well, maybe you could look, Cajun. Is it on there or does it say anything? Distincting. Okay, thank you. Well, that's awesome that you already had that under your belt. Very cool. Hey, Mr.
Good morning once again to the members of the public who are joining the board's meeting this morning here in the hearing room with us. Any member of the public who wishes to offer public commentary or comment on any of our items, please fill out a speaker card located in the back of the room. Indicate which item you'd like to speak on and hand it to me. I'll record your information for the record, call upon you when we get to your item. Good morning as well to the attendees who are joining us on the Zoom platform. I do have Amy, Mona, Adedele, Muriel, and Nisa, who have indicated they wish to offer commentary this morning. I just do see a couple of additional hands raised. I'm going to go ahead and ask Gigi to unmute.
Hi, just a public comment.
Public comment. Thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and put you back on mute and lower your hand. Carla. Good morning.
Good morning.
Would you like
Hello.
to offer? Would you like to offer a public comment this morning?
Yes, please.
All right, I have you down for public comment. Would you like to offer commentary on any of our items as well?
No, only public comment, please.
All right, thank you. I'm going to go ahead and put you back on mute and lower your hand. We should get started in the next 2 to 3 minutes.
Miriam. I'm sorry, Muriel. Well, in their easement document, the do's and don'ts, they are not allowed to put thorny bushes in the easement. And a rose is a thorny bush. And that came straight out of their stakes and netting in any obstructions of a sidewalk, street, or curb. I know I do too, Ganja.
Recording in
President Corson, you're
progress.
now in record mode.
Thank you. Welcome everybody to the Board of Public Works meeting for Wednesday, February 5th. Mr. Knight, if you'd like to take roll call and establish quorum for us, please.
Yes, good morning, President Corson. President Corson, Vice President Chavez, President Pro Tem Grant, Commissioner Kang, and Commissioner Mitchell are present. We do have a quorum. We are joined by City Attorney Representative Virginia Choi. I'm Assistant Executive Officer TJ Knight. President Corson, we have 7 speaker cards under public comment and 1 multiple agenda item commenter. We have no neighborhood council commentary this morning. I would like to make a brief announcement that once again, our YouTube broadcast is not functioning this morning. Our staff has been addressing it with our contractor. For members of the public who wish to join or listen in, council audio is available as well as the Zoom platform.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Knight. And for everyone's reference, we'll be taking the assessment hearings, items 2 through 11 together. And with that, we'll start with general public comment, which is an opportunity for the public to address the board on public interest items, and will be provided up to 1 minute per person for a cumulative total of 10 minutes for the general public comment segment. Testimony shall be limited in content to matters which are within the subject matter jurisdiction of the board, and the board may not take any action on matters discussed during the public comment period. We have on hand our city attorney, Virginia Choi, to ensure you stay within time and on topic.
And we can go ahead and start with public comments, starting with Amy's iPhone.
Okay, I'm going to still remind you that the planters on L. Ron Hubbard Way need to be removed. I don't understand why they're still there. You don't need to have a hearing, just go out and remove them. And I'm again going to remind you that there's a propaganda video, like a wrap-up smear video going on around about the Scientology protesters. It's not a truthful display of why we're there to try to combat the abuses of this cult that you're actually going along with by not removing the planters. This is propaganda. It's oppositional type of research against people. You should look into the cult and see what they're doing, and maybe then you will go and remove the planters. Bye.
And we'll move next to Mona M.
Mr. Knight, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you very much. Again, planters, and they are not with the R permits. They are not legal. They are an ADA violation, a city, state, and federal ADA violation. They need to be removed. And also the thorny bushes over on Catalina, which are also under your guidance and your zone ordinances illegal. So they need to be gone also. I was looking for the agenda for Friday, and I don't think I saw that an update about the hearing was on there. We asked the other day, could we please have a date of when the hearing is going to be, so that way we know and we can plan. Thank you, and I yield back my time.
We'll move next to Audit LA. Sorry about that, Audit LA.
Mr. Knight, I know you don't want to hear what I have to say, but you're going to hear it anyway. I'm kidding. Okay, I'm here. I'm going to do a little bit different. I'm going to talk about the impending street vacation application that they hired Bill Delvac to do. Okay, now they're paying them $39,000 to try to steal a street away from the public. Okay, we're doing this for free. We will stand against this and stand for the public right to have that street, to have the right to access to the local hospitals, the right for the public to be able to get through their public street. We're gonna be a formidable force, against them privatizing the street. And also, it's illegal. The city cannot prove that is a no parking street. So all these are crimes. If you're lying about, and painting your own red lines, putting planners that are not ADA, all these things, these are things that need to be looked into. Why they get so much favor from you, I don't understand. It really needs to stop.
Thank you.
They need to be looked into, investigated in this.
Thank you. We'll move next to Muriel.
Rude.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Good. Yeah, I want to talk about the baby caskets, the planters on L. Ron Hubbard Way. Also want to talk about the permits, the planned street vacation. The only reason they are doing this is that it's gonna make it much more difficult for us to discover the crimes they are doing, the people they are trafficking and they're holding inside the building. If they come out and the street is privatized, there's no chance that we can help them before they can run away. You need to do something about this. You're enabling criminal acts. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you,
Good
Muriel.
job.
We'll move next to Nisa.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
All right. You guys have got to do something about those planters. You are letting Scientology get away with breaking the law. And now, since you have minors under the age of 15 working for the church and their parents put them in that kind of position, you need to contact child services. This is no joke. It is unacceptable. Those kids are in danger. They're slave labor that was trafficked along with other people. And I'm watching from the Midwest. Aren't you a bit embarrassed? I'll yield back the rest of my time.
We'll move next to Gigi.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about the planners and the street vacation and also the rose bushes. We can't forget about those rose bushes. We need to get rid of those planners, but we also need to get rid of those rose bushes. Imagine if you're walking your dog and your dog goes to take a squat right by the rose bush and ends up getting hurt by it. They are not legal. from my understanding, you've already told them to remove the bushes or the thorny vegetation, and they're still there. Obviously, the planters are still there. The street vacation thing, I really don't have faith that they're gonna be able to get that put through, but I hope that you guys don't do that because, like everyone keeps pointing out, that's the major way to get to the hospital. There's gonna be traffic impacted if you do it.
And that's 60
And-
seconds. Thank you. We'll move next to Carla.
Hello, good morning. I want to echo the concerns of all the other callers. One in particular, going back to the planters, I want to congratulate you. The planters have made it worthwhile through Google Maps. Now you can just Google LRH Street and you will see the planters that are violating the rights of the citizens with disabilities. And that pretty much shows how much the city worries and is concerned about their safety, especially preparing for the Olympics. It's kind of embarrassing, and now it's embarrassing all around the world. We don't need to submit any proof. It's actually available through the most popular the localization platform ever. And the other thing that really, really worries me is a new concern that Audit LA has brought up, has to do with the application to privatize the street. We're talking about, I have never seen
That's
since
60 seconds.
Waco.
Thank you, Carla. President Carson, we do have 2 additional hands raised on the Zoom platform. If you like, I can ask those folks if they wish to offer public comment this morning.
Yes, please.
Very well. We'll start with Juju. Would you like to offer public comment this morning?
Yes, please.
Go ahead. You have 60 seconds. Go ahead. Go ahead. And that's 60 seconds. We'll move next to Yvonne. Yvonne, I see your hand raised. Would you like to offer public comment this morning?
Yes, I would, and thank you. I also would like to comment on the multiple items after this. The minutes are still deficient. I'd also like to bring the attention to the fact that over the weekend, there was scaffolding put on top of the building of 4835 Fountain Avenue, the old Cedars of Lebanon Hospital. And that scaffolding apparently was to remove the cross and take it down and have it surfaced with gold and then put back up. Well, in that process, without a permit, of course, it was observed that Scientologists were working on the scaffolding without safety harnesses. And this, of course, is a concern to not only that individual's safety, but anybody that he might have fallen down upon.
That's 60 seconds, Yvonne.
Thank you.
And that, President Corson, that concludes public comment this morning.
Thank you, Mr. Knight. With that, we'll close general public comment for today's meeting and move on to multiple agenda items, public comment. The board will provide an opportunity for members of the public wishing to speak on more than one agenda item during multiple agenda item comment for up to 1 minute per item, up to a total of 3 minutes per meeting. This is the only time to speak on more than one agenda item.
Very well. We'll start with Audit LA. Go ahead.
Good morning again. Okay, looking at I love the idea of a community garden and compost. Okay, but I would like to offer free compost when you remove all these planters, there's plenty of dirt, debris. I mean, you may have to check it for safety, but there's a way to recycle these planters when you remove them to make, to do something good with them. Um, and the wood could be, the baby coffin wood ones could be chipped away, chipped up and made into mulch. So I love the idea for the community gardens. I would like to see more of them. But make sure everything's permitted, because we know you guys let people get away with no permits for everything from building to, planters. The other thing I would like to see is I see, requesting for bids, but we have this continuous problem where people do the low bid and knowing that it's not enough, or, even if they didn't know, it's not enough. So they always come back for more money. They always come back, or they often, I'm not saying it's every time, but when they do come back, they know they'll get more. So we got to get tougher. We got to say, okay, we have a budget, right? You have a budget. I have a budget. We have to live within our means, because even though it's you're taking the people's purse, we want you to be prudent, and we want you to be careful with our money. We don't want you just, willy-nilly giving it out. I see CD13 is in several of these things. I want to say no to anything CD13 right now, because if they don't have the will to if they're so afraid of Scientology that they can't make them ADA compliant, I don't trust them to do anything right with any other project. Okay, they're not showing the fortitude to say, we're in good leadership, we're good stewards, we're not scaredy cats. Okay, we're not,
Stick to the items.
I am. There's two CD13 items, right? And I'm saying I have a lack of confidence. It's regarding CD13 with these lighting things. If I can't trust them to make sure I can access streets because of ADA noncompliance, I'm saying this is my comment, right? My public comment, Madam Attorney. Am I allowed to say I lack confidence in CD13 managing any other project? How is that off topic? It's not. Stop gaslighting me. I also want to talk about, a stop order, so I guess that means you're not going you're stopping all this. Then if there's some kind of issue where there's some kind of fee that's going to be, assessed, and then what you guys do is you say, oh, well, we're going to dismiss the fee. And so if this stop order is going to lead to that, I hope you stop doing that. I hope you.
3 minutes. Thank you, Audit LA. We'll move next to Yvonne. Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you. Items 1 through 10, the lighting districts. My concern is that these fees are annual, and fees unfortunately continue to go up over the years. And the people that are owners of the property, their incomes tend to get static at the point of retirement. And this is one way that your elderly property owners, whether it be a business or a homeowner, ends up being priced out of their homes because the city fees continue to go up, and the cost of staying in place becomes prohibitive. Please be cautious of raising these fees. Number 12, the contract, the low bid was $500,000, and your brains at the department there estimated $53,000, and the high end allowable is not to exceed $600,000. My question is, or my statement is to you, that is too much of a margin of error. You should not go up almost $100,000 between the bid and the possible overrun. please rein that in. You can't do that as an individual. We can't do that as homeowners. We can't go to the diner and order a $5 meal, but really expect a $10 meal. That's just not acceptable. The composting thing, number 15, I would think that this is an unusual request. Therefore, you don't have a list of qualified candidates necessarily. I would recommend that you contact Cal Poly Pomona or UC Riverside and encourage their agriculture departments to provide this opportunity for a grad student study, or their master's or doctoral thesis. The Venice Canal contract, please make sure that their staffing is regular, meaning that company hires, not day labor, and that their pay is held. They're accountable to make sure that they're not paying for slave labor or underpaying their employees. Thank you.
President Corson, I do see 2 additional hands raised on the Zoom platform. If you like, I can see if these callers would like to offer multiple agenda item comment.
Yes, please.
Very well. We'll start with Nisa. Nisa, would you like to offer multiple agenda item comment this morning?
Yes, hello. Now you're gonna have to stop. I mean, you're gonna have to get Scientology to
So this is
stop.
multiple agenda item comment. You have to
Okay.
be commenting
All right.
on one of our
Sorry.
agendized items. This is not public comment.
Okay. I think it's a good idea that you guys should fix up your city to make it look nice, but are you really within your means? Because Scientology wasted half of it.
Speaker, please stick to the items that are being considered.
I am sticking to the items.
Please
Don't make
identify
like
the
I'm
item you're
stupid.
speaking on.
Well, whatever. I'll yield back the rest of my time since you're getting me very.
And caller Jen Ames, would you like to offer multiple agenda item comment this morning?
Yes. On the multiple agenda in terms of the beautification of the city, I'm just trying to find out if there is a way for the planter situation to be fully addressed on L. Ron Hubbard Way, to clear those out. And that is in front of the Scientology buildings there, whichever
Caller,
main
that is
there.
not an item on the agenda today.
Well, I
Is
know
it
the
a
planters
specific
aren't
agenda item?
specifically part of it is the beautification of the city. So would that not correlate to that
Please
in terms of?
Please identify the item, your specific items you're speaking on, and stick to those topics.
I see. What did you guys just a quick question, because I tuned in late to the agenda. Was there already time for just straight public comments and now we're just speaking on the agenda items? Is that what's occurring?
That is correct.
I see. Is there going to be additional time for public comments or no?
No, general public comment has been closed.
Okay, well then I will yield my time back. Thank you.
And that concludes multiple agenda item comment this morning, President Corsand.
Thank you, Mr. Knight. With that, we'll close multiple agenda item public comment for today's meeting and move on to the approval of the minutes for Monday, January 27th, 2025. If there's a second to my motion to approve.
So move.
Thank you, Mr. Knight. There's a first from myself and a second from President Pro Tem Grant.
Very well, we'll take a roll call vote on approval of minutes, starting with you, President Corsand.
Aye.
Vice President Chavez.
Aye.
President Pro Tem Grant.
Aye.
Commissioner Kang.
Aye.
And Commissioner Mitchell.
Aye.
All ayes, and this item is approved unanimously.
Great. Moving on to item number 1, bids for the San Fernando Road widening at Balboa. This is a second rebid in Council District 12.
And I'm joined this morning by Board Secretary of Staff Matthew Castellanos as we open the bid.
We'll still watch it on the screen, but I'm taking it off from the noise. Yep, she got it in. Good job, Nora. And good morning, Flower. Yep, good job, everybody. Good job, Nisa. The words were heard regardless, exactly. That's what's important. You can do, if you just do individual items, but you can only do one individual item, so you lose 2 minutes. It's kind of a wacky way that they've got it, that's for sure. So I did want to look to see if they have it on the agenda for Friday. That's really what I was looking for. So Friday, February 7th. AFE, County of Los Angeles, Department of Public Works, board approval, sanitation agencies, clean water agencies, Allium Holding, Memo A. Nope, they do not have it on, so I was correct in them saying that they were supposed to. We had asked them to put it on and they didn't. Right? You can do the compare and contrast like audit does. And you can say the lack of confidence or no vote confidence. Yep, you can use those items. Or you can do exactly what some people did is I agree with the previous speaker, or I agree, or I concur. That's exactly. Isn't that what you think, Muriel? I'm sorry. It's not funny. It really isn't funny. You've got to have a sense of humor about some of this shit, though. I almost spoke up and said, "Hey, you want a copy of mine?" When he said he doesn't have their YouTube is down. Yeah, I would laugh about that. But I was going to steal the one from Monday, and Monday's was down too. Because I wasn't able to stream Monday. I doubt they read their own material. Are you kidding me? Do they have staff? Do you know YRB or Peter or Audit? Are they allowed staff? I know they have the director and the stand-in director, which is TJ, I believe. Or he was stand-in, but now I think he's vice or whatever, assistant director. But I'm wondering if they have staff, like each of them. Well, under public comment, they have the right to even hold public comment under purview. So their purview are streets, sidewalks, sanitation, lighting, the public works. So you can't, if you were to call in and start talking only about the abuses and not tying it how they go to public how it goes to Public Works, you would be off topic and they could stop your talking. You have to do their purview. Now on the agenda item, yep, it has to be whatever they're talking about for the agenda item. Yeah, he's been pretty good about it. If you were not to talk about any of the streets or the planners or anything like that, they probably would call you off topic. Yeah, well, you know how like the council members, they have staff. That's what I was wondering, is if they just have an executive team or if they each have staff. Correct. Because that falls under the permit purview. Now, other places that what we're talking about with the planners, the street vacation, the parking, all of that, that's also under the Department of Transportation. And it's also under the Public Works of the City Council. So there are other areas that we have hit and we have addressed. And I haven't looked for a while. YRB, do you know when the next LA DOT meeting is? I could probably Google it, but I'm being lazy right now. See, but they're not, the people underneath them, the council, the commission sets policy for the Public Works Department. So these guys aren't the bosses of the Public Works. Okay, so there's a lot of personnel in there. Okay, so it's probably just a Public Works staff that support the commission or the board. So these guys are, well, most boards and commissions are volunteer. This one happens to be one where they get paid, similar to city council. But most mayors or governors, boards and commissions do not get paid. It may be a part of their job that they represent, or they may be from the public. Okay, thanks, Peter. The ultimate responsibility is the mayor. But Public Works, yeah, they get a lot of money for sitting on this freaking board. I'll do it for half. These people oversee the policy and enforcement of Public Works. So, but they aren't the head cheese. They're not the big boys. They're not. So the, I don't know what they call them there. We called them directors, but the director of permits, whomever that is, the director of permitting would be the person that would be the direct responsibility. I know, right? We should get some of their $400,000 for making them entertained. We should get some entertainment fee. And audit really is the person that would know that. I can't remember what his name is. I know he's been discussed here. And he's come here to the commission, to the board. Bureau of Street Services, correct. So whoever the director of that, of BSS is. You're welcome. Correct. You're right, YRB. Because they approve budgetary. So they are the gatekeepers for policy and finance. So if they approve that RFPs go out for street sweeping, they're the gatekeeper for that. Gary Harris is the director of street services. Okay, thank you. So is the Bureau of Street Services responsible for the R permits? Essentially, that's the code. That's the violation, is the R permit. Besides the ADA. Okay, thanks, Sue. Appreciate it. So then BSS would be the ultimate responsibility for making sure. And these guys are the gatekeepers to make sure policy, procedure, and finance are being met. Bullshit services. There you go. That's probably wouldn't be a bad comment one of these days either, Miriam. That's actually kind of funny. But in order to get to, like, BSS doesn't have a public meeting. So this is the way to get to have any feedback to BSS is through their gatekeepers. Does it? I didn't think that it did. Your bad alter ego. You think the R permits are under engineering? BOE, correct? So there's just so many different ways that we can hear, but isn't BOE under this board also? So we have BSS and BOE under Public Works. So I guess then whoever the director of public works is. Well, I think they violate a little bit more than just the one code. Besides just being in the way, not having permits, being made out of inappropriate material, placed in the easement. Oh, okay, you guys. Onward ho. We'll see maybe if Scotty and them are out of Josiah's court case. And then tomorrow is Henry's court case. And then Friday is DOA's court case. Oh, that would be funny. Hello, darling. Hello, darlings. Justice for Josiah. Yep. Okay. Onward ho. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Minnie.